Hey everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful week. Today we are talking about relationships and our feelings towards the relationships. So we're going to begin by doing just a quick little exercise just to check in. And what I would like you to do is to pretend like you are consulting your friend on your relationship. Okay? So if you're consulting your friend on your relationship, how do you look at it? What do you think? How do you feel about it? And what advice might you give? Oftentimes in relationships, the focus gets in a lower kind of vibe place. Not all relationships, but I would say majority of relationships. We get caught up in patterns with people. All of us want our needs met, and we have bought into this idea that somehow it's somebody else's job to make us happy, right? It's somebody else's job to stop doing something so that we can feel better, right? They need to change their behavior so that I can feel better, but that's not the case. The case is a couple of things. First of all, where our focus goes is what our experience is within that relationship. So if I'm going to hyper focus on something that's not good about my relationship, but let's say I've got all this goodness in my relationship, it doesn't really matter, because if my focus is here, that's what my experience is going to be. Okay. So there are a lot of patterns in relationships, the keeping score in relationships. But all of these things, what they do is they detract us from the value within the relationship. They keep us stuck in a lower vibe place. They keep us stuck and not feeling good, right? And that's our experience. So that's one thing that I'd like to say. The other thing I would like to say is, if you don't feel like you have someone you can talk to, you don't have a friend, you can't necessarily talk, you don't feel comfortable in talking with your partner, you can grab a journal, okay? And you can write these things down and you can share your feelings in a journal, because it's better than, I'm going to say, and I did this for many, many years. I didn't feel as though I had anyone I could turn to. So for a long, many years, 15 years or so, I turned to a journal. More than that, to be honest with you, probably 20 years. I turned to a journal, okay? That became the place where I could say the truth. I could share what I really felt when I didn't feel safe. Well, in the beginning, I was confused. I wasn't sure what I felt, right? We go through these different stages. And then when you're sure about what you feel, then you want to say it. And the journal for me was the best place to go. And that's what I did. So at least we get the energy moving, and it goes from inside of us to outside. And the last thing I'd like to leave you with is a bank account analogy, okay? This is a marriage account. This is like your marriage 401k. You've heard me say this before, probably. Bottom line is, every day in relationships, all of our exchanges go into one bucket or the other. It's either making a deposit or making a withdrawal. The majority of relationships that I see, of course, are often making a lot of withdrawals, siphoning money out of their marriage 401k. Keep in mind, we have a choice. We always have a choice in every moment to either make a deposit or make a withdrawal. And your marriage experience, your relationship experience, all of them will be a much better feeling throughout all of our time if we are doing things that make us feel good about our participation and what we're adding to our relationships. So we got a choice. And that's it. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon.